Welcome back, happy hempsters. We are meeting with Matt Hall today, but I'm Dee Dee Taylor, and this is Beth Pagnotti.
Pagnotti.
I always
Don't
mispronounce
call
her.
me a Pagnotti.
Not a Pagnotti?
No.
Damn, I always mispronounce her name. I'm glad you have an easy name to pronounce, Matt.
Yes.
You are easy. But welcome to the show. Today we are talking about being eating right and eating good food and healthy food and how that makes you happy.
Yes.
So that's kind of why we brought Matt onto this, and we wanted you guys to meet him. He is the owner of Clean Eatz, and I will let Matt introduce himself. I told Matt we just kind of have a good conversation here, so that's what we're going to do. So welcome.
All right. So thanks for having me on.
Mm-hmm.
So I am the co-owner of Clean Eatz. We have two locations. One in Springhurst, has been there almost 2.5 years. We just opened up one in J-Town, next to Kingpin Lanes, and that's been there right at a month now.
Yay!
Yeah. The one over at Springhurst is next to Dick's Sporting Goods. If anybody's familiar with that. We have a lot of different opportunities for those that like to eat healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So our first option that we have is we do have a weekly meal plan where customers can order in advance Tuesday through Sunday, pick up Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. The meals are sold fresh, not frozen. It is no subscription. So it's a week-to-week order. We don't want to lock you into contracts. It also is a la carte. So you only order the quantities and variation that you want of each meal. So you don't have to buy meals that you don't want when you don't want to, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. Or ones you don't like.
Or the ones you don't like, right.
Some of the success that people have through nutrition is being able to eat the things that they like.
Mm-hmm.
Our prices on our meal plan range from $8.45 down to $6.70 a meal, depending upon how many you buy. So that's really a good option because it's in-store pickup only. But we like to be the option for people to come in and feel like they're part of a nutritious community. If that makes sense.
Yes.
People can order meals. They can get from other places, things like that. But they can't get the community that we have. We also have a grab-and-go section. 1,300 meals, over 70 different varieties.
That's my favorite.
I know. I like to grab and go too.
Now, these are individually priced, starting at $7.19 and going up. Customers just come in and grab and go.
Mm-hmm.
We make it so convenient. You keep them in the freezer, so they're frozen goods. Keep in the freezer for up to 6 months. Take it right from the freezer into the microwave. You're never throwing food away.
Mm-hmm.
We have a marketplace, and everybody's going to talk about the snacks that we have. We have our Clean Crunch that
they are so good.
We have Buckeyes. They're hand formed, hand dipped.
Oh, wait just a second, Matt. For all these Kentuckians that may not know what a real Buckeye is, you should tell them.
Well, it's not just a useless nut. It's
exactly. Or a football team in Ohio.
Right.
So we're taking peanut butter, PB2, stevia, and protein powder, mixing that together, and then we dip it in just a little bit of chocolate. So you're really getting some good healthy fats, protein, a little bit of carb in there. It's going to be pretty balanced in the macros. So really going to give you some nutritional value in a snack that you like to eat, instead of just an empty calorie snack that you can just continue to eat and never get full.
Yeah, and the protein popcorn, I love that too.
Yeah, that's good too.
Popcorn with
protein
little kick there.
Sandwiches. We have energy bites. We make some fudge, overnight oats. We also have our gluten-free cauliflower crust pizzas, our whole wheat pizzas. They're made.
I haven't tried those yet.
I like the pizzas.
Do you like the pizzas?
Too?
Okay, I'm gonna have to get me a
yes.
pizza.
Oh my
goodness.
Try that.
I've never had anyone walk in and say, "I don't like your pizzas."
Right.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
And they're healthy. It's amazing. Healthy pizza is good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So some people even trick their family members eating the cauliflower crust and just don't tell them, right? Yeah,
exactly.
It's that good. It's really.
I
good.
need to do that with my husband.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So we also have a cafe, so you can dine in, carry out. We have flatbreads, wraps, build your own bowl, protein smoothies, protein iced coffees. So it's a regular quick service restaurant that you just convenient, affordable, and healthy. Really.
And it is affordable, y'all.
Right. And
it really is.
That's what I keep talking about.
Yep.
I mean, the price of fast food is going up and
it's
horrible and it's not helping us at all. So having these options, and now we have it in Springhurst and J-Town, it really makes a difference on keeping you healthy, keeping your brain and your body healthy too. We were talking about that before, about how food affects your mental status.
Oh, I was getting a little hangry before we jumped on here, Matt. That's why I'm like, give me 5 minutes. I need to get some food in me, so I'm not getting mad and angry.
Yeah, but Matt knows more about that than we talk about food a lot on here, but I love having Matt because he is an experienced. You're a nutritionist, correct?
I'm a nutrition coach. Yes, I'm a certified personal trainer as well. I used to train at the YMCAs around town. I do some nutritional talks about macro balancing, portion sizing. So macro balancing, really, when it comes down to the fats, carbs, and proteins, are very critical when you're trying to eat a nutritious diet. A lot of people think that, if they want to lose weight or they want to get in shape, the things they need to do is a ton of cardio, eat salads, and starve myself, right? Well, that's not really what you need to do. You need to fuel your body. Portion sizes have gone up 130% since the 70s. We eat way too much in this country, and we do. It's not very balanced in the macros.
No, we have to. Those diets where you just eat protein for a while, or I
can't. My body wants carbs, damn it. Not a lot and not bad carbs,
energy,
but I do want some damn carbs.
And they're good carbs, right?
Well, and I'll give this little scenario. Yesterday, my husband and I went and lifted, and he pooped out. And I'm like, have you eaten today? He's like, no, I really didn't get a chance to eat anything. I said, that's why you're pooping out. I was lifting heavier than him.
Yeah.
Just so y'all know, because he had just fatigued himself so much because he didn't have a good meal. He didn't eat what he should have. So then by the time we get home, he's just shoving anything in his mouth that he can eat. Right. And then he bitches about not losing weight. I'm like, dude, you cannot work out. You can't work out. Yeah.
Diet.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm like, you're in the gym doing this stuff. You also have to fuel your body in order to be able to burn the calories correctly and not starve yourself, and where your body's retaining everything and then not having any energy. So to me, that's what's helped. That's made a huge difference for me.
Or if you wait too long, you get shaky and you're just trying to.
Or hangry like me.
Yeah. Low blood sugar, all that stuff. So keeping those macros in, we need all of that. So I love that.
You need carbs.
Yes.
Absolutely. Carbs are not bad. Fast food and junk food are really the detriment of most of the nutritional type diets that we're trying to achieve here. Carbohydrates are not bad. So if you look at it during the 70s and 80s, early 80s, the U.S. government comes out and said everybody needs to be on a low-fat diet. Fats are bad. Fats are the enemy, and that's a terrible idea, right? Your brain is made up 60% of fat. You need that for cognitive development, a lot of different things. Then they come out and say, okay, we have the Atkins diet and we got keto diet. Now, carbohydrates are the enemy. That's the reason everybody's not being successful. And now they've come out and said, okay, now all animal protein is inflammatory, and everybody needs to be on a plant-based diet. So really, you need to start. You need to avoid fats, you need to avoid carbs, you need to avoid protein. Well, that's what macronutrients are. That's what, when you look at the calories on a meal, if you take the fats and multiply that times 9, the carbs times 4, and the protein times 4, and you add that up, that tells you how many calories are in that meal. So it's just calories is just a calculation of macronutrients. So really focusing in on that is be very critical for success and variety. And we are a lifestyle. We are not a diet. So it's something that's sustainable, that you can continue to do. 95% of all diets fail within the first year.
Right.
They sure do.
Yeah. It's too restrictive.
It's too restrictive. You're taking away things that you'd like to eat. And, it could work for a little bit, right? Yes, I lost 30 pounds. Somebody comes in and says, lost 30 pounds. I said, oh, so it was successful, right? So, well, I gained it all back and then some. So, well, then it wasn't really successful because you were not able to maintain the success that you were having. And that's what we're trying to do at Clean Eats, is give you a lifestyle with the support system that you need and make it convenient, affordable, and healthy as well.
And that's important. That's important.
Mm-hmm.
So I love, it's their clean hamburger helper. It's my favorite.
Clean helper, yeah.
It's my favorite. I love it. It reminds me of the good part of my childhood, which involved food. But now I know exactly what I'm eating, and the proportion is perfect. Like, it's perfect for me. So it gives me my carbs, which is the pasta. And I don't eat it every day, but it is one of my favorites. It is one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my husband, he loves the salmon. And I don't like salmon. I hate salmon. I think it's disgusting. I have never liked it. I don't give a crap how you cook it. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But my husband loves that. So it works well for the things that he likes and then the things that I like, because he's not a big hamburger helper fan. Like, you know what I mean? So it's nice that we can buy our own meals that we both like.
Don't have to eat the same thing every night. Right?
And you want to know the best part? I'm not cooking it. Yes,
I know. That's my favorite part too.
Oh, I do. It's put it in the microwave. It's great.
I know. And it's so good. Yeah. Everything I've had is good. And usually those meals will last me 2 meals, honestly, because I eat smaller proportions. Well, I got
the whole thing.
I
eat the whole thing.
But yeah, I mean, it's your choice. Whatever you
do.
do.
Well, gosh, yeah.
Our meals are for everybody, but aging, the aging population really coming in. They've been cooking all their life. They're tired of cooking. Children bringing their aging parents in because you don't want them cooking sometimes. They're not eating healthy. They're not eating macro balanced portion size meals. Mom, what'd you have today? Well, I had a piece of toast. Well, that's not good. They need to get that protein in for that.
Yes.
Keep up their muscle mass as they age, right?
Yep.
And we parents that are on the go, kids in soccer and basketball and baseball and run around to practice and different events. And, you stop by the different chain restaurants and you grab whatever you can and you're feeding them unhealthy food. And, really, if you take the time, you can put a meal in the microwave. They can have a good balanced meal and really be more successful on the go.
And the kids are going to love that hamburger helper. I'm just saying, parents, if you're listening, it is good. And the pizza. Yeah. So there's many things that the kids will eat.
There are so many options. I can't even think. There's bison options, which I love bison. Gosh. Buffalo mac and cheese is one of my favorites.
That's really good. The barbecue mashed potatoes. There's a lot of good.
There's
things.
I mean, a lot. You have like some Asian food options as well.
He's even got a potato bowl with lots of good yummy stuff in it. There's a lot.
Yeah, breakfast sandwiches now too.
Yeah, we have breakfast sandwiches. I love those. Yes.
Heck, well, and the thing about the kids with the parents with the kids, some of that stuff that they think is healthy for that child is not. I mean, the whole macaroni and cheese thing, Kraft macaroni and cheese, and how many chemicals are in it. Yeah. Oh yeah, and chicken nuggets that aren't even real chicken. It's like all processed, gross stuff. If they really knew, and I get it, but don't you want your kid to have that leg up? Right. I mean, if you are supporting them in everything that they do, why do you feed them unhealthy meals? People talk about an increase in autism all the time, and we've talked about that on the show here. I do believe that there are some food allergies that maybe people aren't aware of that can cause autism-like issues. And making sure that you're actually feeding your child a healthy, balanced, well thought out meal, especially if it's from someone else that cooks it and knows what's in it and knows it's real food, like Clean Eats, and it's cheaper. Yeah, it's way cheaper than fast food. I just think that some people, it's that quickness, that run through, they don't think about it, but you need to. I mean, you're not setting your kid up for good success if you're not feeding them properly. I've seen it with some of my family members that I'm just like all their kid eats is mac and cheese. And I'm like, that's not healthy. Like,
we need balance.
Yeah. So you offer it.
You're trying to set them on the right track for the rest of their life, right? And they're so impressionable at younger ages to develop those skills to be able to understand what is healthy, what is not healthy. Educate them, take them through the grocery aisle, say, these are going to be the healthy options that we have. Stay out of the middle of the store, and really get those good habits formed at an early age. I grew up in the 70s, and that was the development of tab and a lot of different things that were not healthy for us, right?
We're right there with you.
Yeah.
I think we're all getting a little more educated now with the internet, that we can research our own things, right? If people telling us different things than what maybe the food industry really just wanted us to know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, if it doesn't come from the earth, it's made up of something, and it's chemicals.
Yep.
And your body does not know how to process these chemicals, so it'll shove that stuff away and cover it in fat, until it can deal with it later, So that's very interesting. And we have more neurons in our gut than we do in our brain. So if you are not getting good food into your gut, it does affect your mental health.
It definitely affects everything. I think even women, as we age and get older, we need the protein. Yes. We also need the carbs too. We've talked about that. But then you do need some fat. Yes. That's the one thing that really killed me was the 80s and 90s, where low fat. Well,
oh my gosh.
Then what do they put in it? They just put more sugar in it.
Right.
So all you did was sabotage yourself. Hello, because sugar is really addictive, and sugar, just real sugar, is well, it's not as bad as aspartame. You don't want to eat aspartame, the fake sugar shit. But you want to eat things that are healthy and moderation, sugar in moderation. John mentioned something. We have these little IV drinks because he sweats oh my goodness, I've never met somebody that sweats as much as my husband does. So I'm like, yeah, you really need some electrolytes. And I'm not a big fan of some of the sports drinks because they're not good for you either. So we have these little clean ones. He came in today, he goes, the first ingredient, sugar. I said, yeah, but not like you're eating a whole tub of sugar, honey. Right. I said, and I prefer regular sugar over the fake sugar. I said, but that also has a lot of electrolytes in it too. That's going to be good for you. It's okay. Like, you put sugar in your coffee. Really? You're going to say something about this little packet? I'm like, you're not overeating on the sugar just to have one packet. But that's that kind of stuff to think about. Even in the sports drinks, my gosh, that stuff is not good for kids, especially the ones with all the caffeine in them. That's not good.
Yeah, so there's a lot of the, if you ever notice some of the, they'll do things where they'll pour the sugar into the container to actually show you how much sugar is in an item.
Yeah.
Right? And those things it's very eye-opening.
Very.
Like 2/3 of the whole can will be sugar.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And it's usually in high fructose corn syrup or corn syrup. You know what I mean? Or another word that they use where people are like, oh, I don't even know what that is. So it's probably fine, but it's not.
Yeah.
A lot of things are made with cellulose, which is wood pulp. Do you know that? There's so much wood pulp. We eat a lot of wood pulp. I never knew we became
you
beavers.
Can't put that stuff on anymore, do you? I know, it's just
you can't. And the cellulose, and then there's carcinogen, or I can't even pronounce all the things, but I'm just like, oh my gosh, people. So I think I am so happy that you are here, because we partake in you all the time. I do some cooking every now and again. I ain't gonna say I don't never cook, don't ever cook, but to
mix it up though.
Nice.
You need healthy options when you're tired or you know you hangry.
Yep.
I'd rather eat that than anything else.
Me too. I
just love clean.
I have them in my freezer here at the store for when I'm hungry, and I have them at home too. So, and I'm due to come back in because I think I'm down to 3. So, and
somebody stole one of your meals.
Somebody keeps stealing my meals too, Matt. So I feed other people. It's not just me, apparently, which I don't mind. At least I know it's healthy, and I know they're eating something good. So there's that part. But yeah, we appreciate what you do and the fact that you educate, and you guys are part of that community, and just being a part of Louisville as well. Like I said, I love your products. Beth loves your products, and we hope that our listeners will love your products too. And I saw on Facebook you guys do little like when people are losing weight, just you eating your meals, you put pictures of them up there. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so Facebook and Instagram, we post a lot of our success stories. So
Mm-hmm.
if anybody wants to follow us on, Instagram, it's
Yep.
Clean Eats Louisville,
Okay.
KY, and then Clean Eats Jeffersontown.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal.
You'll see a lot of our success stories there. I mean, I could just rattle some off. Russell's lost 160 pounds.
Hell yeah.
Food. I joke with him. I said, "You lost an entire person, Russell."
Yeah, he did.
Right.
Bill's lost 40. Bob's lost 50. Just so many success stories. And some of these people just really started to come in because it was convenient. It's like, I don't really like to cook. And it was, it was affordable. So I just got some meals. And I went to the doctor and they said, you lost 20 pounds. Like, I didn't really realize it. Eric came in showing me his data back from the doctor where he had his test. And the doctor said, because everything came back much better than what he had before. He said, "What have you been doing?" He says, "Well, the only thing I changed is I started eating Clean Eats meals."
Yeah.
So keep doing that. Right?
Yeah.
So we're seeing a lot of really good healthy benefits out of what we're doing here, just by macro balancing, portion sizing of whole foods.
I think it's awesome.
And everything's on the label, like your
Yes.
proteins, your carbs. So, if you're watching those things in calories, it's easy to input that, which is good.
Because I keep track of my calories and I try to keep track of my macros, at least making sure my proteins are in there. I don't worry as much about my carbs or my fats. I mean, I probably should. But I also try to eat more
You
protein.
don't eat that
and
much
I
of it
really
to
don't.
really be concerned.
But I do still eat it, which is great. And then I feel satisfied and I'm getting the proper nutrients I do need. And then I'm not overeating later or eating junk later.
When you eat clean, you find you eat less.
You do.
Which is amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You eat less, but then if you do get a snack, you choose a better snack.
You do, because it changes the way your brain thinks, I think.
It does. Like if I snack, it'd be just plain old popcorn, like the skinny pop, and I've just I make myself these little, which you guys should try this, Matt, and this might be good, but it's just like a cottage cheese, cheesecake. So it's got the extra protein in it and it's pretty damn low fat. And then I just put in some, strawberries or blueberries. I love it. I saw it off one of them damn reels on the social medias, but I've frozen it too, to where it was more like ice cream. Because I'm like trying to stay away. We went to Chicago, and did I tell you this story? We treated ourselves, and I swear they gave us so much ice cream. I bet that's 12,000 calories. And me being the fat girl, and my inner fat child was like, "Oh, we're gonna eat every bite of it." Well, I feel like I paid for that for days. Like one, I ended up gaining weight, which I was mad about, but I knew it was gonna happen. And then two, I just felt like crap because it was too much. It was way too much, and I knew it. That's the worst part. But sometimes you just have to do it, get it out of your system. And I haven't had any ice cream since. So, that I've figured out I'm going to eat something better.
That's scary they gave you that much.
It was a lot. I mean, I'm exaggerating probably a little bit, but it was a lot. The
serving sizes are ridiculous.
Exactly. Like he was saying. And you're just like, I just want one scoop, but that one scoop was like 5. So it's amazing how we get used to the sizes and proportions of things too. And you're like, well, I have to eat all that, but really you don't. Your stomach isn't supposed to be that big. It's not supposed to fill up, like, have these humongous plates of food. Your stomach's not that big. So
It's called portion distortion.
Yes.
We have portion distortion in this country. Used to, you would go to a typical fast food type restaurant, right? You get a little bitty burger, a little bitty fry, a little bitty Coke. It probably ranged 500-600 calories. Wasn't a huge deal. And now you go to certain, you go to like Five Guys, and it's an entire sack of fries, right?
Yep.
Yes,
You get the big triple cheeseburger, and then you get the big 96 gulp, right?
Yep.
And you're devouring, 1,500, 1,800 calories in one setting.
If not more.
For most people, that's about what they probably should be eating in a day.
Right.
Yeah.
And it needs to be
100%.
nutrient-dense whole foods that, you're going to be able to get 5 meals out of that, right? Instead of sitting down with one meal and gorging yourself that you feel horrible about when you're done. Yeah. And then you're hungry 2 hours later again because it's not nutrient-dense.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Yep. It's just important. I mean, it plays all in with oh no.
Hey,
Are you still there, Matt?
Here.
did you hear us that whole time?
No.
Okay.
Froze
Who
us.
knows?
We'll splice that together.
We'll splice it together.
fix
Yeah.
that.
You can? Good
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
Okay, well, she can fix it. So anyway, thanks for being on the show, Matt.
Yes, Matt.
And we can find you at Springhurst and in J-Town and follow you guys on all the socials, on social media, Facebook and Instagram, and start eating healthy because your body needs it along with cannabis and you will just feel better, period.
Yes, thank you for having me on. We also do catering as well. I know we
Oh, yeah.
Hemp 812. We've done some stuff for the Chamber of Commerce, a lot of different locations in Louisville. I know we do catering. We will deliver that. So contact us for any catering needs that you may have. We'd love to see people come into the cafe.
Heck yeah.
That's the greatest thing, just to walk in and order something healthy and
their
grab it to
protein
go.
shakes are
A couple
so
things
good.
out of the freezer. Yes. Do it, people. You are missing out if you don't.
Yeah, I agree. It's just take care of your body. It's going to take care of you.
Well, you could spend the money up front to get nutritious meals, get you a personal trainer, some fitness, things like that. You say, I don't have the time for it. I don't have the money. I don't have all these things. But, when the doctor tells you, hey, you got this serious medical condition, you find the money, you find the time, you find all those things that were not available, right?
Right,
So when it's life threatening. So you have to make sure that up front, invest in your health, invest in your well-being.
Agreed.
And it's going to really pay off for you.
Agreed. 100%. I would much rather spend my money now on good food, good healthy food, than to give it to doctors later.
Healthcare later, right?
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I just ended up getting a new doctor because my last doctor tried to throw me on the damn Ozempic, and it's got so many side effects. I'm like, no, I'm not getting on that. And he didn't even look at any of my test results. So that's what really pissed me off. And I'm like, I'm not pre-diabetic.
Stuff like crazy.
Yeah, they
there.
are. Well, I'm sure they're getting a kickback, but I'm just like, I'm not taking those shots. And then more and more news is coming out about them, gastroparesis, all kinds of different things. I'm like, nope. I can still be a big girl, but be a healthy big girl. You know what I mean? And my diet's great. Nothing was wrong with any of my tests. Not I'm not pre-diabetic. My cholesterol was not bad. None of it. So that just infuriated me. I'm like, time for a new doctor. So, because I just don't buy into all of that medical stuff. And we've talked about that many times before, but I think food should be your medicine. Switch
Food
to a healthier
and
diet.
That's all we got to do. That's the magic
Food
pill. That's the only magic pill there is.
It is. That's also why I was a little late getting to you, Matt, because I was, I had to work out and get my workout in, but then I was starving. So I'm like, I got to eat real quick. So, but it's important. It's important.
You need to make nutrition and fitness a priority in your day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like when you get on the airplane and they tell you, if something happens, put your air mask on before you help other people. If you're not healthy and taking care of yourself, you're not going to be able to help other people when they need as well.
Exactly. And it is about self-care and self-love. You got to do that. And it does involve food, but have a healthy relationship with food. Mm-hmm. And that's what we don't have a lot in our society, but it is to have healthy relationships with food. Because my parents went around to teach me what was good food and what wasn't. Every now and again, my dad would be like, you need to eat some spinach. Well, spinach was gross when I was growing up, and I don't want to eat that shit. So, but that was about it. I had to cook and fend for ourselves. And, when you're only given Hamburger Helper, that's what you end up eating. So, but that's why I love yours, because it's the good part of my childhood that I remember. So, and I know I'm eating a healthier version of it. So I just think that's important. Therapy is important too, if you do have serious food issues, because I know people that help with that too. And that's just the kind of stuff you have to learn, even if you're not taught. So one day you're going to learn it, whether it's from that doctor and those bad test results that you need to change your life, or you're paying out the ass for God only knows what, So I think I would much rather buy healthy food from Clean Eatz and go to the gym across the street, and I'm good. Yeah, that's how you do it.
It's working for us.
We're happy. And we're happy. And we take our cannabis products.
That's right.
So that's important too. But yeah, thanks again, Matt, for being on here. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I have my 812 hemp bag right in the closet right here.
Yay.
Awesome. That's right.
Good deal. We appreciate that for sure. Thanks for being on, Matt, and for doing such a great service to the community. We appreciate it. We really do. You keep our hemp and bodies moving, so we appreciate you.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Bye.